Hey, welcome back. I'm Jonathan Martinez. I'm glad to see you again. I hope you enjoyed the first video I put out last week. If you're following my journey of going from band director to programmer, here is my weekly update. This week I've started feeling a lot more confident, or this past week I've started feeling a lot more confident as a coder. I'm understanding a lot more concepts. I'm open to new technologies. It's been really exciting. I've been feeling good. Like I feel like there's a transition or a change that's happened somewhere along the way where it's not just a hobby anymore. It's like, like I'm like, hey, I think I could, I could do this. Like I really could do this. It's been exciting. I'm not, whenever I encounter new technologies and stuff, I'm not scared. I'm like excited about it and enthusiastic, and I feel pretty confident that I'll be able to figure stuff out. So it's exciting. Of course, all of this has to do with front end only. I have no back end experience. So if you are a back end guy and you're like, oh, this is definitely a front end guy, well, I'll find out eventually, I guess, right? Okay, so I kind of have decided to split my video today at least into like three different sections or four different. The welcome, a technology update on stuff that like technologies that I'm using that I've worked on, stuff like that. An update on my plan of what's going on now and in the near future, and then what's going to be going on like with my video series and like the further future. So my technology update for this week is I worked on Redux, React Redux, um, React with class components. I prefer functional components with hooks. So I don't have a lot like I don't I understand class components with React and I can do them. I can work on them. And so I got a lot better at it this week, but I don't prefer them. I prefer the functional components. I also worked on Bootstrap and jQuery. Redux is a tad bit complicated, but definitely doable. I think the more I work on it, the easier it's going to get. Just because everybody I've talked to, every video and course I've seen is like Redux is really hard at first, and then you get it, and it's fine. And I feel like I'm on the downward slide now, where I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm getting it. It makes more sense now. I'm used to hearing action creator, reducer, the connect, the provider, all that stuff. So dispatch, the store, all that stuff. Bootstrap and jQuery are neat. They're fun to play with. It was really cool to learn those two technologies. They do feel a little bit outdated, and so if you love Bootstrap and jQuery, I'm sorry that I just said that. Don't let it offend you. I guess I don't know. Um, but definitely like using Bootstrap, I remember a lot of websites, actually still some websites that have like the color of the buttons that they use. I was like, oh, so this is what that is. Okay. This is where they came up with those colors. So it's interesting. It was cool to see, that's like the where that started. Um, okay, as far as my plan update, I've decided to really work hard in the next few weeks to get my free code camp certifications done for a few reasons. Um, I want to have those certificates so that I can put them, not necessarily attach them to my resume, but have them like on my LinkedIn, have them have them readily available if someone asks for them. Like I did, complete these certifications. I did this stuff, I did it. So I'm excited about that. I'm almost done with the front end library certification on Free Code Camp. I just have to do the projects. So almost done, I guess, is just subjective because it could be like another 2 weeks. I don't know. There's some cool projects there that I'm excited to do, like a drum machine, a quote machine, like a random quote generator, some other stuff. I think it'll be really fun. So anyway, so that's the other thing. Those projects between the JavaScript certification and the front end library certification, I'm going to be able to have like 10 more projects that I can upload to GitHub. They'll be little projects. They'll be neat, but I think it'll be good practice. I'll have some certifications that I can be like, yeah, look, I completed this. It was 300 hours. And then I can also have little projects to upload to GitHub so my GitHub can have some more stuff on it. So I'm excited about that. Um, and of course, like I said, all the while I'll be practicing some technologies and working with all that. Um, anyway, I also plan on. I'm also planning on dabbling in the back end a little bit before too long. Hopefully, probably after at least one certification or two. I'm thinking about doing Nest.js. I need to learn a little bit of back end so I can really understand how it works at the front. I don't plan on going full back end or anything at this point, but I want to know enough about it to how it works with the front end and start building a knowledge base on that. Because eventually, my end goal is that I want to be a front end a full stack developer. So I have to know how to be a back end developer and a front end developer, and so that's my goal, and so that's what I'm trying to work towards. And this is like my intro into getting into back end a little bit. I'm still continuing to work on my skill set, updating my resume, my GitHub and my LinkedIn, and I'm also continually am trying to go back to my social media project. I'm taking a little break from it right now, but I plan on continuing to go back to it. That's going to be my big portfolio like project, my social media project. I'm pretty excited about it. Do I think that it's going to be something that's going to revolutionize the future? No, unless somebody just really likes the concept and wants to buy it. But, in my I guess in my experience at this point, like after I started working on it, and then I went and looked at Facebook, and I was like, wow, like this is monstrous. This is enormous. It really like impacted me, like how many people have worked on this, because it would take forever. For me to build out my social media project to be anything like Facebook, it would take years and years and years and years and years. And then I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. I mean, there's no way. So, but it's really good understanding that, I think. And it's still fun to work on. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good project. So I plan on continuing to go back to that. Moving forward, this may be the way that I frame my videos for a while. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. I'm kind of just letting this go how it's going to go. And then if this ends up being a huge YouTube channel in 15 years, I doubt it. But if it does, you can always go back and watch these first few videos and be like, man, he came so far. Wow, that's so, or you can be like, or you'll never see it. Maybe nobody even saw the first video. Who knows? Okay. So anyway, I might be framing them this way for a while. We'll see. If anybody is watching this and you have some tips on the ways that I can continue to do these this video series, please feel free to leave comments. If you're like, hey, there's this software that's really good, you might like it. Or if you're like, I don't know, video capture software. Or if you're like, hey, this is how some of the bigger YouTube guys do their videos, or whatever. I don't know. I take criticism well. I'm a band director. I've been a musician my whole life, like almost my whole life. I'm good at taking criticism. So if you want to put something in there, now if you just want to put in there like I hate you and you're terrible and you should die, then please don't put that. Thanks. All right. If you did watch this, thank you for watching it. I hope that you got something out of it, that you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. Hopefully next Saturday I'll be recording another video. So we'll catch you later. Bye.